What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome back to the WBE. This is going to be the week 6, I think. No, maybe this is week 7. I don't know. Either way, we're playing Nexus in the Pittsbugh Pichus. Actually, I think this is week 6. Yeah, it's week 6. Because we have 2 games after this. This week, we are going up against Nexus and his Pittsbugh Pichus. Now, this game, I've said this for the past few weeks now, this game, if we lose this, we're out of playoff contention. It's that simple. We cannot get into playoffs if we lose this game. We pretty much need to win 2 of the next 3. And if we lose this game, I'm not beating Envy. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you guys. He's way too good. He's really, really good. And to go into that game being like it's a win and in situation, I'm not going to want to put myself in that situation, so I need to beat both Nexus and Kyle. That's who I need to beat in order to have a hope of making playoffs. So this game is super, super important. And I play MB in the final week, so I'll know for a fact going into that game if like I even stand a chance. So this week, Nexus, super, super, super scary team. He has one of the most offensive teams that I've ever seen in my entire life. He has Gmax Zard and Galarian Darmanitan. He also has Hitmonlee. He also has Berserker, Shiftry. Everything on his team can pretty much be offensive in some sort outside of Shuckle, which something to note about his team is that Shuckle is his only Stealth Rock user. That is something to definitely note because it kind of sort of forces him to bring that as his Stealth Rocker if he wants it to be his, if he wants to have rocks on the field at all, which he's going to want to because I do have a Lapras, and Lapras is one of my best checks to Darm. So, this team, it was hard to build because 1, Galarian Darmanitan doesn't have switch-ins. 2, his hazards are pretty free versus me since my only hazard removal is my Surfetched, since I traded away my Drifblim. And 3, Gmax Zard is very, very threatening versus me. Very, 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 very threatening versus me. So I need to have some insurance policies, just in case it gets a little too scary or like he sends it out as his first Pokemon. I don't want to be in the situation that he was in versus A-Drive where he just sent it in, got 3 kills, and then was able to pretty much do whatever he wanted for the rest of the game. A-Drive was able to bring it back, but I don't want to be in that situation at all. So, I'm going to start off with the win con this week because I think that this win con forces so much of his team that it's actually really, really, really important for me to win. So, we're bringing this Surfetch set. It's going to have leftovers. This EV spread ensures that, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the moves first. Obviously, with the Scrappy ability, Sub, Close Combat, Curse, and Knockoff. So what does this EV spread do? This EV spread ensures that a Cofagrigus, Shadow Ball, and Body Press do not break my sub after 1 curse. So if I'm going up against Cofagrigus, what I can do is I can bring this thing in on pretty much anything that I want to, and it will force them out if it's not Galarian Darmanitan because it can OHKO me, and if it's not Gmax Zard because it can OHKO me with Max Airstream. Pretty much everything else, actually, and the Rapidash. But like Shuckle, Rotom, Shiftry, Berserker, Snorlax, it forces them out immediately. And it forces in his Cofagrigus, which is arguably his best check to this. Because this is best check to this, I know that he's going to try to get rid of my Scrappy ability, so I can't spam close combat. So what I can do is I can curse up. I will outspeed him. I made sure that with no speed investment, I do outspeed 31 speed IV, like Bold Nature Cofagrigus. I can curse up. I can get to +1 defense, +1 attack. I can sub up the next turn. Nothing he can do will break my sub. I can get up a second curse. I can then sub up again, and then nothing he won't be able to beat me at that point. I'll be able to just be way too far ahead on the defense game, and then I'll be able to break through his Cofagrigus. Once Cofagrigus is gone, that opens up a lot of doors for my Revenge Killer this game, because my Revenge Killer has a phenomenal, phenomenal matchup. So that is going to be the game plan this week. It's going to be to try to force in Surfetched to try to set up on either Cofagrigus, on Rotom, on Shuckle, something. I want to be able to sub curse on it. I think that's super, 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 super cool. So I wanted to run bulk up, but this thing doesn't get bulk up, which is unbelievably stupid. So yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at one of my insurance policies that I mentioned that I needed to have, and that is going to be my Sigalith. Now, we'll go ahead, we're going to see that we are Focus Sash this week, and we have Magic Coat, Psychic, Roost, Thunderwave. This is going to be my designated lead. This pretty much is free to click Psychic versus my opponent because my opponent's Dark type is a Shiftry, and Shiftry I do not think has a good matchup versus me. And if it does come, I also have a Sylveon on my roster that I am bringing that can pretty much hard wall it, and Sylveon also does not have the best switch-ins on my opponent's team. So this is going to be my designated lead. If he leads off with a Shuckle, what I can do is I can go ahead, I can click Magic Coat. Then I'm able to go ahead and bounce back every single bit of hazards that he could want to put on my side back onto him. If he wants to set up Sticky Webs, I bounce back Sticky Webs. If he wants to set up Stealth Rocks, I bounce back Stealth Rocks. And ultimately, if he doesn't bring Shuckle, this thing is going to be there as just an insurance policy to Charizard. Charizard is such a big threat that I want to make sure that no matter what, I'll be able to keep it at a decent amount of, like, not speed boosts to where my Revenge Killer will be able to come in and kill it, which, as you will see, is my Heliolisk. So by going for Thunderwave, if he gets 3 max Airstreams off, at best, he'll be at +1 after his Gigantamax is over, meaning that I will be able to outspeed him with a Choice Scarf Heliolisk. So, Thunderwave is there pretty much just for that. Psychic is there because, as I mentioned before, it doesn't have a really good switch into it, and I have Roost to be able to roost off the damage that Shuckle does to me, since I'm pretty sure that if he runs, like, Knockoff or Infestation, I'll be able to just Roost up back to full, and then force in his Darmanitan, and the second his Darmanitan comes in, I can kind of sort of play however I want, and I can control the battle from there. So I think that this has a really good lead matchup versus my opponent just in general, and I think that it's actually really good to just prevent hazards on my side of the field. This has enough speed for Darmanitan, and yeah, really cool. Love this Pokemon a lot. Next up, as I mentioned, we have Choice Scarf Heliolisk. Choice Scarf Heliolisk is just really good. He doesn't have a ground type, so more than likely I'm going to click Volt Switch plus Thunderbolt. The other 2 moves are really just filler moves. I'm not going to click anything aside from Volt Switch or Thunderbolt, especially because he doesn't even have a resist outside of Shiftry. So Electric is very spammable versus my opponent, so I'm just going to be clicking Thunderbolt the entire time, not even going to think about it. It's going to be my Revenge Killer. I outspeed Choice Scarf Darmanitan even if webs are up, because, well, not even if webs are up. If webs are up on my side, they're going to be up on his side too, because I'm going to Magic Bounce them back. So that's the whole goal there. Yep. Yeah, I have Focus Blast there just in case Snorlax sets up like a bunch of curses and I can't beat it, but I should be able to. I have enough. I have a really good insurance policy to Snorlax too. So, ultimately, my Revenge Killer for this game. Super standard, super simple. Doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it matters a lot, but in terms of talking about it more, it doesn't matter. So next up, we have my Sylveon. Now, this Sylveon is here to be the biggest pain in the ass to my opponent. He does not have a good switch into Hyper Voice. He does not have a good switch into Yawn, and ultimately, it just blows him back. This has enough Spadef investment to be able to take 2, I believe, 2 Life Orb Giga Drains from, or 2 Life Orb Leaf Storms from Shiftry, as well as also being able to take hits from Hitmonlee. Like Adamant Life Orb, Poison Jab, I think I take 2 of them. And I think I also guaranteed live 2 Choice Specs Thunderbolts from Rotom Wash. So this thing just pretty much eats hits for days. Hyper Voice is there for, again, a very specific reason, and why I have no special attack investment. I do not need special attack investment to be able to guarantee put Zard in range of a max water move from my Gigantamax Lapras, as well as also putting it in range of a rock type attack from my Steelix, which are the last 2 members of this team. So ultimately, it just serves as a really big purpose of being able to chip down everything on the entire team, and it's able to keep the rest of my team healthy. So next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at my Steelix. Now, this Steelix is so good this game. It is so good this game. I have Rock Tomb, Stealth Rock, Iron Defense, Body Press. Now, his only real way of checking this set is Cofagrigus, and as I mentioned before, My Surfetched is here to bring in Cofagrigus and beat it 1v1 and pressure it to all hell, which means that this should not have an issue once that's gone. If I set up an Iron Defense, then I'm able to deal with pretty much everything on his entire team that is not named Charizard. If he's Curselax, I'm able to live multiple hits. I'm able to Iron Defense up right alongside of it. And Body Press, if he's at +6 and I'm at +6 to 73%. So it's not an issue. I'm not scared of Curselax whatsoever. I also considered leading with this and making this like a little bit speedier taunt variant to try to get rid of Shuckle and try to prevent it from setting up rocks on me, but I didn't want it to be Mental Herb and get up Sticky Webs anyway, so that's why I didn't do that. I really do like that idea, but I wouldn't need any speed, but I would be able to taunt it, Iron Defense up, and then just Body Press through him, but then I wouldn't be able to deal with Cofagrigus as a lead, so that's another reason why I didn't go with that. But once Cofagrigus is gone, really good. And I have Stealth Rock on there just as a last filler move, just in case. But Rock Tomb is there because, so let's say I'm in versus Charizard, right? My item on this is the Heavy Duty Boots with Sturdy, meaning that no matter what hazard he sets up on my side of the field, Stealth Rocks, whatever, I don't care. I will always live one hit from Charizard, and I will be able to get off a Rock Tomb versus it. Once I get off a Rock Tomb, the most he will be able to be at, because he will not be able to go for G-Max Wildfire, plus a Max Airstream, and be at more than +2. After a Rock Tomb, he's at +1. My Helios Scout speeds it. So that was the whole idea behind it. No matter what, he will not be able to get up to more than +2 and still be able to beat me down. And that was the whole goal behind the Steelix set. It's really good just in general, but I really like it as the insurance policy versus Zard. It lives 2 hits from Choice Scarf Darmanitan. It sets up on Steelix. It beats down things like Ponyboy, and it can also help out versus Hitmonlee if I have an Iron Defense up. So really good Pokemon. Love it a lot, this matchup. And then the last member of the team, of course, is just going to be my Lapras. Now, this Lapras is going to just be a leftover set. I'm not going to go see the item just for that. You guys can see that. I have 52 Spadef investment, which ensures with 204 HP, which ensures that regular Solar Beam from Charizard is doing about 60%, which means that once I'm Dynamax, it'll be doing 30%. And that's about what I wanted, to where I can set up the Aurora Veil, I can live the Solar Beam after, even in grassy terrain, and I'll be able to go through, well, after grassy terrain recovery, since Charizard does not get the grassy terrain boost. So I can live 2 max overgrowths from full health. I have Curse there to be able to help out with the Darmanitan just a little bit, and it also helps out with Snorlax as well. But ultimately, this is going to be my main Charizard check. If I don't want to deal with it offensively, if I think that Helios has a really good matchup of cleaning and I want to like save it and I want to potentially get a Veil, what I can do is I can bring this in. I can guaranteed live a hit. I can go for max water, either kill the Charizard or force it out, force him into something else, and just deal with it that way. Ultimately, very good Pokemon this matchup. I kind of sort of wanted to have Freeze Dry or Ice Beam. I still might put Freeze Dry on here to be able to hit Rotom Wash. I'm probably going to do that, but I had Ice Beam on here just because it's harder. It hits a little bit harder, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. But that is the team I'm going to be bringing versus Nexus. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below for me. I've been under a lot of stress this week, like a lot of stress, because I have my capstone for my college pretty much due in the next like 2 weeks. So I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of homework. I'm extremely stressed, and I pretty much just built this in like an hour and a half. So, but yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head on out of here. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya. What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar, and welcome to the WBE. Housekeeping stuff real quick. No face cam this week. My fiance's cat died today, and I'm just not really in the best of moods, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sad. So we're going up against Nexus, Pittsburgh Pichus. Love Nexus to death. He's the homie. That is Galar-Darmanitan, but I don't have the gift for Galar-Darmanitan. And that's G-Max Charizard. Yep. But as I said, I'm just not really feeling the greatest. Let's see what my homie brought. He brought Berserker, didn't bring Shuckle. Sweet. So no rocks, which is really nice. So I think that means that I might just lead off with this anyway. If I get up a bulk up with my Surfetched, I do a lot of work. I'm going to go ahead and change Shuckle real quick. Browse. Okay. Go in the middle. Ugly cat. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to lead off with this anyway. Maybe paralyze some stuff. It'll be a good time. Steelix looks really nice. Heliolisk looks really nice. Thunderbolt is super, super spammable. Yeah. Sylveon looks nice. This will be a fun game. As I said, I'm not really feeling myself, but... And, like, I've had a bunch of other stuff happening. Like, I had my capstone lit review all week. I had my internet completely die on me yesterday. So, just a lot of stuff going on right now. Let's see what he leads off with. Okay, sweet. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fire off a Psychic. Getting some chip damage off on this thing really is helpful for my Captain Sniffles. So we're going to go and click Psychic. Could Thunderbolt, could Volt Switch, could do anything, but this, depending on his investment, could do a lot. If he's offensive, this could two-shot him. Oof, that's close. That is very close. Let me see how much Thunderbolt should have done. Thunderbolt always brings me down to Sash. I'm going to Psychic again. The damage off on this thing is really clutch. Okay. Sigurf dies to Rotom. It's fine. But now I get to put him in a position where I click Volt Switch freely. This Volt Switch is literally free versus my opponent. He has nothing, and I mean nothing, that wants to switch in on this Volt Switch. He just sacks it off. Okay. Heliolisk kills Rotom. I'm going to go into my No. I want to bring in... I'm going to go into Lapras. Yeah. Because if this kind of sort of forces in Hitmonlee, and Hitmonlee is something I have the easiest to switch into. If he brings in Zard, then I'm fine. If he brings in Berserker, I'm going to switch into... Probably going to switch into my Surfetched. Ooh, okay. I'm going to go into this and get up my rocks, I think. Or I could go into this. Yeah, I'm going to go into this. I'm fine if he gets a Petit Spike. Like, it's not the end of the world. I don't think he will, but it's possible. Curse. Ooh. That's cool. That's a cool set. But now I'm going to go for a yawn. Because this thing being at 50% means that my Surfetched has literally no switch-ins now. And like if he goes for a rest... Yep, and now something is forced to switch out. Boof. This is the Zard. Ooh, okay. This is really good. I'm going to go into my Heliolisk here. This is really aggressive, but he's not going to let his G-Max Zard fall asleep. Like, that would be a really bad play, and I don't see Nexus doing that. So Heliolisk allows me to get a free Volt Switch off after that, and I can, of course, wish up my Sylveon on pretty much anything. While this is very aggressive, if he goes for G-Max Wildfire, it is a very, 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 very bad play, but he's not going to do it. He is not... Nexus will not make that play and let his G-Max Charizard go to sleep. I refuse to believe it. Yeah. Okay. So this is good. Nice. Just gonna go straight up for the Volt Switch, I think. Focus Blast kills, but it's not worth it if I miss. Yep, I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch here. Hopefully he brings in... I have a feeling he's going to stay in, which is super unfortunate. But I think it's fine. Yep, stayed in. That did a lot. I think I'm going to go into my... Surfetched here, because this curse set isn't as good as it was realistically. Yep, this is going to do about 50% or so. Ooh, Life Orbed. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just click... I'm going to click sub. He might try to keep this thing around because he might struggle to break down my defensive core without it. And there's a chance I actually outspeed this thing. He would need a lot of speed. Yep, sweet. That's what I needed. And now he's in with his Cofagrigus. And you, my friends, are about to see what happens. Hold on. Does Curse go through Substitute? Curse cannot hit through his Substitute, so now what I do, I click Curse. And if he goes for Body Press, great. If he goes for Shadow Ball, great. If he stays in at all, great. It'll basically mean that I get another kill. Ooh, he gave me a free curse. Ooh, I don't think that was the play, brother. He definitely outspeeds me now, so he'll break my sub, but... like, depending on what he goes into, I'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to click knockoff here. Berserker is one of my favorite Pokemon of this gen. Like, it's absolutely phenomenal. Okay. Faded the substitute. Cool. And this knockoff will definitely kill. So now it depends on what he goes into as to what my next play is. Because... this thing does look really nice. If he goes into... he went into Zard. Okay. That's fine. Because what I can do... I'm going to click knockoff here and let him get up the max airstream. Man, imagine if I click knockoff as he switched into his Berserker. Okay, so we're still in a really good spot because what I can do is I can go into my Steelix and I can click Rock Tomb. Yep. Click Rock Tomb. Remember Wildfire, perfect. I just need this to land. Sweet. Okay, so now, best case scenario for him, he will get to +1. And my Heliolisk still outspeeds that. My Heliolisk still outspeeds that. Okay, so then Charizard kills Steelix. And now we try the reverse sweep. I kind of want a G-Max Resonance, but I kind of also want a Max Geyser. Nope, I'm not even going to let him get to +1. I'm going to Max Guard. Kill out his last turn. And then I can start spamming Max Water and Max Resonance. Max Resonance will kill, right? Sweet. This thing has still had a good amount of health. Get lefties. Sweet. And now we fire off a G-Max Resonance. If he goes into his Darmanitan, that might be best case scenario. This won't kill him. Not at all. Won't even come close. Ooh, he misses the Willow. Wow. It's really bad for Nexus. That residual recovery would have been super nice for him. I think I'm going to go for a Max Geyser now. Just to set up Rain. Weaken Darmanitan's Flare Blitz. If he goes into his Hitmonlee, I can actually live 2 close combats, I think. Depending on what item he is, at least. Lapras kills Charizard. Still has Darmanitan. He went into this thing. He went into this thing. I'm going to click Surf. Like, he can click Body Press and kill me. I still have my Heliolisk and my Sylveon in the back, which can do enough. Yep. Okay. He can go for Body Press here. Ooh, he set up a T-Spike. Is that bad? I don't know if that's bad or not. I don't know if that's bad or not. I'm gonna go for Surf again. I think after this I'll have one more turn of Aurora Veil. It was 2. This is the 4th. Yeah, I'll have one more turn. Lapras kills Rodriguez. And I live any hit from anything. Even without Veil up, I live any hit. If he goes into his Darmanitan here, that would be best case scenario. That would be best case scenario. If he goes into Hitmonlee, it'll be a little bit more difficult, and I might have to rely on a Focus Blast. Yep. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. He's going to go into Hitmonlee here. I click Surf in the Rain. B14. This is Hitmonlee. Yep. I click Surf in the Rain. If he clicks CC here, it'll do 75 to 89, which is really good damage. But if he goes for like a Curse or something like that, even without Light Screen or Reflect, no. Ooh, he went for bulk up. Is he white herb? No. Good damage. Aurora Veil wore off. He has some bulk. Close combat. This kills. But now he's at -1. And I don't think he can no-kill my Sylveon. Oof. 14 and 202. I'm literally 0.16% out of range. Hitmonlee kills Lapras. I click Hyper Voice. It says 55% maximum. What? He crit me. What? I don't understand how. I don't understand how. Oh, I wasn't calculating a +1. GG. GG. I might still outspeed him, like if he's like has very little bulk, so I have to go for 2 Focus Blasts. GG, man. Yep. Damn. And there goes our playoff chances, guys. That really sucks, but I completely forgot to calc at +1. That stinks. Oh well. It was still a fun game. Like, Nexus's team is honestly stupid. Like, the fact that he got G-Max Charizard, Galarian Darmanitan, and, like, still really good offensive cores with, like, Hitmonlee plus Cofagrigus. Like, really, really good core. Really, really good team. I didn't think I had much of a chance at winning this anyway. Like, G-Max Charizard just has a really good matchup versus me. But, yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please make sure to leave a like down below for me. Also, make sure you go check out Nexus. Love the dude to death. I'm not going to do the whole what could I have changed, because realistically, my mindset isn't in this anyway. I'm more so wanting to go, like, spend time with my family and, like, just talk to them, because we're making a little video about the cat and whatnot. But, yeah, that was still a great game. Great game, Nexus. Holy shit. Bulk up. Man. GG's, though. GG's. That was a really fun game. If you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like. Also, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here before I just keep rambling for the next, like, 15 minutes. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic day. Remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have a good one.